Well, guys, it's that time of the year again. It is time for the 7th Legos Island Summer. Legos Island Summer 2024. Today is Saturday, June 1st, 2024. And without further ado, let's automatically jump right into it. Last time I asked Legos Island was 6/1/24 at 10:41 p.m. Let's automatically jump right into the events. Kicking things off, let's go pick out 3 dogs today. Where the heck did that last one go? Oh, it's right there. We got Easter, Jack-O-Lantern, and Justin. Now that we got those 3 with us, let's tour the event. Automatically jumping right in, here is the balcony, guys. It is all decorated and in bamboo. Actually, correction, this entire event is all bamboo. If it didn't already make it so kind of clear, judging by what you're seeing over there. But this is what the balcony looks like. It looks really cool. We got June 4th and June 5th right here, as in a usual tradition. And there are palm trees all over the place. They obviously look really, really nice. Automatically going into my cave, as you can see, the oars are updated for this party. And with that being said, we have June 1st right over here, which let's get that over. Alright, let's open up the door. It is the Legos Island Summer 2024 hat. And that is how it looks. To clarify, this is what it actually looks like in reality. This actually looks really nice. Now that we got the item out of the way, let's obviously tour the cave for real this time. Now that we got that out of the way, we don't have to come back later. You'll notice that June 2nd and June 3rd are right here. You'll also notice that, like I said, practically everything's made out of bamboo. The oars are updated, which were kind of unexpected considering I normally don't do those for Legos Island Summer, but hey, why not change things up this time around? With all that said, this is how it looks. It looks very, very nice in here. With all that said, honestly, this design looks amazing. With all that being said, like all the other Legos Island Summers, the event room is not decorated. So now we're going to follow Easter and make our way down to the port. But here's what the stairs do look like. They do look really nice and are all made out of bamboo alongside all the trees, which honestly look really, really nice. Now, making our way down to the port for real this time, right where a jack-o'-lantern is, you'll notice the June 6th item hut is right here. But we'll come back in the next 5 days to grab that item. As we saw previously, the schedule now says Legos Island Summer, and the sign also says Legos Island Summer 2024. Well, I should probably change that before I get that completely incorrect. Thanks, let's hope I don't have to do that again. I only just noticed that like right now. Anyway, this is the only room you technically saw in the Legos Island Simulation finale, which this is how it actually looks for real this time. So, with all that being said, guys, what do you guys think of the port? It honestly looks really cool. It's mostly made out of bamboo, and heading into the subway, you'll also notice the exact same thing. It goes like this for all the subways across the island, as it does look like this across all of them, which is very, very nice. Of course, we have June 7th, June 8th, June 9th, and June 10th right here as in usual tradition. The only one to be in a completely different spot is June 6th, mainly because I didn't have anywhere else to put it, and I wanted to also change it up. So, that is another reason. However, this actually goes even farther than you think, because guess what? Let's just say we may be going in the order of the item booths this time around in order of the tour. So, things are going to be done a bit differently here, which I'll get to in a minute. But as you'll notice, this is how it looks, and it looks really, really, really nice. And no, Justin, we'll head over there later. Yeah, he was trying to make me go over to the lodge. Underground party room is not updated. Anyway, though, the port honestly looks amazing for this party. And of course, it'll look like this for 3 months. Now, this was something you probably weren't expecting. Down here is actually updated. And this is where everything continues on. June 11th. Heading over here, we have June 12th, We have June 13th, which is the day Minecraft 1.21 releases, because, ironically, on May 30th, they finally announced the release date for 1.21, ironically being June 13th, which is kind of funny now that I think about it. We probably should have started the items for that, like, right here. Like, this should have been the first item to be down here, not June 12th, but oh well. We also have June 14th. Actually, scratch that. You may notice there's actually a ton of item booths over here. And the wilderness has nothing, so we're not going to head over there. But we have June 14th as well, alongside June 15th, June 16th, June 17th, June 18th, June 19th, June 20th, June 21st, June 22nd, June 23rd, and lastly, June 24th. For the first time in 2 years, we are back in these places again, where June 25th will present itself. Buffalo will begin this day, although actually, kind of correction, it'll actually begin on June 26th. However, speaking of June 26th, it is right over here, because we're actually going to be visiting the familiar location house. Ironically speaking, that very day, like literally the first day of the entire trip, we're literally going to be here. Like, we're not even kidding. We literally planned it out. And the people that obviously own the house were actually cool with that. So, hey, day one of the whole trip, we get to be here. That is probably the earliest we're ever going to be here. So, that's actually really cool. That was not expected. That was not expected. So, with all of that being said, that is really cool. Anyway, the rest of the item booths are as follows. Heading in over to the loft house, and just bypassing all of this, you're going to find this one kind of clever. But ironically, on June 27th, aka my birthday, there is a good decent chance. Now, I only put this here for now because there's a good potential chance we're actually going to be here on my birthday, June 27th. If this does end up getting changed in the future, I will gladly change it to whatever day it ends up becoming. Anyway, with all that said, this one's actually really clever, considering this is technically already a wall. And just to clarify, there's no item in here as of right now. I haven't implemented all the items yet. Mainly because a lot of these will be 1.21 items, and we have to wait for that to release to be able to do that. Well, most of these, at least to some extent, some of these won't be. Of course. But a lot of them will be. Regardless, since this is technically already a wall here, it gave me full advantage to do that. Why didn't I do that years ago when we first implemented this? Is beyond me, quite honestly. Now, heading inside the house, we can see that June 28th is right here. And heading on outside to the backyard of the house, we can see that June 29th is over here as well. Now, you'll also notice that there's an item booth over here at the pool. Respectively speaking, it is June 30th, the last day of June, and also, ironically, our last day in Buffalo. What a coincidence, because we kick off July with Rochester, in a completely different location too, at least in terms of where it'll be located. It's still here in the campsite, but you'll notice that things have been heavily modified to look completely different. We have July 2nd right here, respectively. That is meant to be in caps. Why the heck is that lowercase? Much better. This is also on July 3rd. And lastly, but not least, we're going to be spending 4th of July here, which is really cool. And as you can see, the ranch has gotten a massive overhaul. And mainly a recoloring, because we're going to be staying somewhere. Pretty cool. I didn't want to make a separate building for it, considering it's only going to be very temporary. So I decided to redo the whole ranch in its color scheme. And this is how it came out. Heading on inside, it's mainly just a massive recolor, which honestly, it looks very, very nice. So prepare to see this in the July 4th episode and July 1st episodes as well, because you will be seeing this here. I'll head up here also just for the sake of the video, where you'll see that all of this has been completely transformed. This is very, very cool. As you can see, it looks very, very nice. It didn't actually take long to do since it's mainly just a recoloring. But it looks nice. It looks very, very nice. And yeah, this will be the Rochester location for the New York trip 2024. Most likely only for just this trip. But regardless, it's a nice location regardless. Now, here's something you probably weren't expecting. We're actually going to be taking advantage of this road again because the July 5th and 6th item booths will be located on this very road that leads us right back to, well, the village will be saved for later on, but it'll actually lead us to the resort, where the July 13th item booth will present itself. Actually, there will be item booths in between this area right here. So do look out for that. I didn't have time to implement them. But regardless, here is the resort, guys. As you can see, it is very heavily summer themed. And with that being said, that is pretty cool. And quite honestly, this resort design looks amazing. It looks very, very summer themed. Probably the most summer themed it has ever looked. With all of that being said, the palm trees also look really, really nice. And also, I hope you guys love all the torches everywhere. It looks amazing. Oh, and just to clarify, the July 14th item booth is right here. Next up is the blacksmith shop, which, as you can see, the July 15th and July 16th item booths present themselves. And only just these two. Now, as for the actual room itself, this is how it looks. It looks really, really cool. And heading on inside, you may notice that this has been changed from lava to water. But that's actually been seen in past LEGO Island Summers. So that's nothing new. However, this in here has been changed as well, which is really, really cool. What do you guys think? Comment down below and tell me what you think. To clarify, unlike last year, the tallest mountain is not updated. Next up is the theme park. However, unlike last year, not everywhere is updated. So, for example, the roller coaster and game park are not updated in this party, alongside the time travel park, which they were all updated last time. However, this time, it's only going to be half the parks that are updated this time around. With all of that being said, I thought I'd just mention that. So, automatically jumping into the medieval park on July 17th, it should be kind of obvious what the item here is going to be. Which, by the way, holy frick, this looks amazing. I forgot to put some items right there. There we go. Yeah, there's supposed to be, there's supposed to be banners there for some reason. Regardless, this is really, really cool. With that said, I hope you guys love the banners. They look really nice for the medieval park, and these took a while to do, by the way. So I hope you guys love them. Heading on inside, as you can see, it also looks like this as well. Which, just to clarify, also looks really nice. And you'll notice that in here is also mainly, in here, sorry about that. In here, as you'll notice, the carpet has been changed to this. And unfortunately, it turns out it was only just for that one event that there were medieval banners back here. But that was only temporary. Regardless, the banners actually look really nice here. And I truly do think they look really nice for an event like this. Now, of course, heading on up here, as in usual tradition, obviously up here is updated. Of course, going along here, we can see that all of this is updated with the respective banners, which honestly look really, really nice. What do you guys think of this? This honestly looks so cool, man. And even up here looks great. Yeah, even up here actually looks pretty cool too. Nice, alright? Well, let's move on down here because all the other banners have been updated as well. With all that being said, guys, that wraps up the medieval park, and we're going to automatically head over here to the Pirate and Bullseye Park, which as you'll see is very well decorated for this party. This is also where we're going to find the July 19th item booth. Now, where's July 18th? Well, it's actually down here. Because as you can see, this is updated, at least here. Now, just to clarify, here you can see is the July 18th item booth, meaning something might be down here in the future, specifically an item. Wait, just hold on one second, I just realized that is a soul torch? Why is that like that? That was meant to be back in the winter. Also, to clarify, I was not expecting to decorate right here, but it's good enough for me. Also, it's way too cool. Also, this honestly looks really cool. Like, the trees honestly look really nice for this. And I should honestly put stuff on here. Probably stuff that used to be here. But yeah, I wasn't expecting to go this all out with the Paladin Bullseye Park. But I did anyway, because I'm that crazy. But it honestly looks really nice, and I truly think I designed everything quite well. With all that being said, now that that is over with, and I forgot to showcase the rest of this. This is how the rest of this looks, by the way. Forgot to show you that. Anyway, now that I have that over with, next up is the water park, which as you can see, is also very heavily decorated, as you can see. This also looks really, really nice. We have a item booth right here. That's July 23rd. That's mainly because, just to clarify, the July 20th item booth is right here, the July 21st item booth is right here, and the July 22nd item booth is right here. So that can explain why this is here. Regardless, it looks super cool. The water park honestly looks really, really nice for this party. I decked it out quite nice for this party. And honestly, it came out amazing. What do you guys think of this? This honestly looks really, really nice for the water park. Yeah, honestly, this came out really nice for the water park. Honestly, I freaking love this. And, fun fact, that's not all. Going down here, it may not be much, but the lounge chairs are also updated alongside the umbrellas, where the July 24th item booth will present itself. With the water park now out of the way, we can head over to the other side of the island, where, as you can see, there are even more decorations. Mainly some here, but there aren't any over here. But that's completely fine since there's no item booths over here. And actually, I think for the first time ever, that there's none over there. With all that said though, this actually looks really, really nice. This is also where we're going to find July 25th and July 26th respectively. So there's going to be two here, as you can see. This honestly looks really cool, the design for the other side of the island. Honestly, I think I decorated this quite well. But, fun fact, it's actually not just here. It's actually over here as well. Yeah, that kind of came out of freaking nowhere. Yeah, but July 27th is right here. What a coincidence, guys. That actually looks really cool. And yes, there's actually decorations over here for once. That never happens. So that was probably a surprise to all of you. But that's not all. There's even decorations up here, too, where the July 28th item booth presents itself. So we're going to have a whole episode dedicated to this on July 28th. So that's going to be really cool. We got some decorations here too, which honestly looks really, really nice. What do you guys think? And fun fact, you may notice this actually leads directly up to the lodge, which, as you can see, we do still have some welcome back decorations in there. I did take down a majority of the welcome back party. Some rooms I just couldn't get to. But I can do that off camera. So by the next LEGO Island Summer episode, these rooms should be gone. Hopefully, at least. You'll notice that this takes us directly to the lodge, with July 29th, July 30th, and July 31st right here. You'll notice there's no more item booths beyond that point. You may also notice that this says Summer Theme Park this way. Hold on. That's much better. Now, you'll notice that the lodge is decorated as well, which honestly looks really, really nice. Yeah, unlike last year, the inside of the lodge is not decorated, but once I take down the welcome back decorations, I should be able to decorate in there. Just no item booths, unlike last year, just decorations. Now, like I said, this is how it looks. It looks very, very nice for this party. Honestly, I did a great job, and here's the ores again. But yeah, this looks very nice. And there used to be a lot of item booths here in 2023, so a lot of them have been removed. Just so, you know, there aren't too many. Now, you may think, where the heck is the August 1st item booth if you don't see it anywhere in the lodge? Well, that's ironically where the Two Small Mountains comes in, where you'll notice that for the first time ever, there are no item booths right here on the first small mountain. It's actually on the second small mountain, where August 1st will present itself. But first, let me showcase down here. As you can see, this is how it looks. And this honestly looks really cool. It honestly feels so weird not having an item booth up here for the first time ever in LEGO Island history. So that was weird to see. Probably for the first time ever. A lot of you probably were expecting one down here, but nope, it's actually different this time around. This actually looks really, really nice. Honestly, yeah, this room design honestly looks really nice. And even up here also looks really nice. I didn't expect to do this many palm trees up here, but I did anyway because honestly, it looks amazing up here. What do you guys think? Comment down below and tell me what you think. Now that's not all, because of course we still got the railroad. This is where August 2nd, August 3rd, right here, and August 4th will present themselves. And this was probably a surprise, there's actually decorations here. Next up is the Pet Cemetery Mountain, where as you can see, there are a ton of decorations. We now continue with August 5th, August 6th, August 7th, August 8th, August 9th, and August 10th, respectively. So we're literally going to be here for exactly 2 episodes. What a coincidence. And like I said earlier, the subways mainly look like this on purpose. So, this village one should also be kind of obvious. However, like I just said, this is a very, very nice room design with a lot of trees and torches. This honestly looks really cool. And also, to be quite honest, the inside also looks really nice. This is how it looks. Now, we have August 11th, August 12th, and one that has never been done before. There's actually one up here for the first time ever, which is where August 13th will present itself. However, this room honestly looks really, really cool. What do you guys think? This honestly looks really, really nice. Honestly, this room came out amazing when I finished it, and I can truly see why it did. With all that being said, up here also looks really nice as well. Yeah, honestly, all these rooms came out amazing. And I truly do love how this looks. With all that being said, that's it for this. Now, just to clarify, the subways do actually have something. We have August 14th right here. We have August 15th right here. August 16th right here. August 17th right here, but I couldn't put in the sign because of the redstone torch. August 18th right here, but also like August 17th, I wasn't able to put the sign in because of the redstone torch. I could probably just put it on one of the sides. And lastly but not least, August 19th. So we're going to be spending 2 episodes total here exactly, much like the Pet Cemetery Mountain. Now you'll notice as we exit the subway, you'll notice that we have August 20th, August 21st, and lastly but not least, August 22nd right here, leading right into the subway. And that'll lead us right to the village, which as you can see, is decorated. And like I said, a majority of the subways would look like this, at least in terms of their actual decorations. So I wasn't actually kidding about that. With all that being said, here is the village. This is where August 23rd, August 24th, August 25th, August 26th, August 27th, and lastly, August 28th present themselves. So we're going to be here for exactly 2 episodes total, much like the Pet Cemetery Mountain and Subway respectively. You may notice that there's actually a lot of those, and I planned that on purpose. You're welcome! But this is how the village looks overall. It honestly looks really, really nice. Now, of course, the coffee shop is updated for this party, which as you can see is decorated very, very nicely for this party. So what do you guys think? Because honestly, this looks really, really cool. Honestly, this is probably the most summer theme I have ever been able to make this event. And I think it truly shows. The bamboo just works so well with this event. And I can truly see why it looks so good. Next up is the library, which as you can see, also looks summer themed as well. which honestly looks really, really nice. What do you guys think of this? Next up is the first house, which there's not much here outside of the beds and the walls. So, yeah, not much to say about this one. Now, as for the second house, there is a little more to say. It's mainly the same thing that we just saw, but now with the addition of the table, which honestly looks really cool. These rooms honestly look so cool, but wait till you see the close shot. This is actually really cool. So, as you can see, there's no June catalog because I didn't have time to implement it, but I will implement that soon. Don't worry. It was supposed to come out today on June 1st, but unfortunately, I just didn't have time. This is not the last room in the event. We still got the hotel rooftop. With all that being said, this is a very, very cool room. What do you guys think? Honestly, this looks really, really nice. Lastly but not least, we have the hotel rooftop, which looks like this. You may notice that the final item is actually in the middle, whereas August 30th and August 29th are right next to it, in between it, respectively. This is obviously because, of course, the final item obviously is the most important one up here. Now, this is probably the most decorated I have ever made this. That isn't, of course, 2021, where it became a whole airport. But in terms of like an actual legitimate summer design, this is probably even bigger than last year's summer design. Crazy, right? Well, with all that being said, this actually looks really, really cool. I truly do hope you guys love this. This is a very nice design. Just to clarify with all of you, I thought I'd also just make something clear. In here is not updated, but at least it's cleaned up from the welcome back party. I forgot to showcase the rest of the village while we were here. This is how it properly looks. It looks very nice. And guys, with all that being said, that wraps up the first episode of LEGO's Island Summer 2024. What do you guys think of the event overall? This honestly looks really, really amazing. Like, I truly think I went all out with this party. And it truly shows. I put a lot of care into the event this time around, and I think it truly shows. So guys, with all that being said, guys, you know the drill. Throughout the next 3 months, there are going to be episodes of this series every 3 days where we showcase 3 items per day leading up to the end of the event on September 1st. With all that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. The next episode is on Tuesday, June 4th. Here's to a great LEGO's Island Summer 2024. Woo!